A mousetrap can disprove evolution? How?
The mousetrap represents a simple organism, a living entity that has 5 parts.
Hasn't this already been done and your point disproved?
Michael Behe originally presented this analogy, but his opponents have made his phrase, irreducible complexity, the target of their attack by saying that mousetrap parts could be removed to make it simpler. It was funny, but irrelevant, since you'd no longer have a workable mousetrap. Oh, wow! You'd only have junk if you didn't have the parts. Whether by accident or intent, they constructed a straw man argument, a fallacy, and overlooked Behe's entire point.
So what's with Behe's point?
It's not that catching a mouse can be done more simply than with this mousetrap. It's that the mousetrap represents a simple living organism whose parts work together to do something, like thinking, walking, or eating. The parts of the mousetrap are analogous to real life.
So you're saying that if evolution can't deal with a simple mousetrap, then it cannot explain very complex organisms like us human beings. And if I get this right, the mousetrap parts are actually referring to cells, tissues, cartilage, bone, and living processes.
Right, and these organic parts didn't just blink into existence. But for this demonstration, we'll help out evolution and let them magically appear, along with the assumptions that the universe, this earth, and its environment that enables life all exist.
Wow, how did you do that? Okay, so these items represent cell types, tissues, and structures from which we'll randomly construct our mousetrap organism. And if it's random, then there's no planning or blueprint.
Right. A friend who denied the existence of God told me that nature had formulated a pattern to make quadrupeds. You know, animals with 4 feet, like lions and tigers and bears.
Oh my!
His faulty move was to deny God on the one hand, and then replace God with nature on the other. In saying that nature planned quadrupeds, he made nature his God. But if you argue that there's no God, then you cannot substitute a replacement planner. If evolution is true, then no mind nor plan exist.
But you didn't account for aliens.
Yeah, the original question of where did organic life come from would turn to where did aliens come from, with a whole new list of assumptions.
Okay, let's get back to these items and select parts to make an organic mousetrap. What's first?
We're going to help evolution again by cheating first, because you and I know that we are making an organic mousetrap.
And how's that cheating?
Without a mind, a plan, how would we know what's being made? It would all be an accident.
You're right. How funny. I see we have things here that can be used as platforms, the mousetrap hammer, springs, and various types of connectors, including staples. There's a lot of items of various shapes and sizes. Man, this could get complicated.
No, we'll cheat again to make it easier for evolution.
Cheating in favor of evolution kind of defeats the whole evolutionary argument, doesn't it?
Interesting comment. We're going to cheat so that we're not randomly choosing between all types. We're going to separate the basic mousetrap types like platforms, springs, etc. out into 5 type containers. Then we'll cheat again so we have only 5 options like 5 springs from which to randomly select, even though there are innumerable ones in the real world.
Don't you think you're giving evolution too many assumptions and advantages?
We have to assist evolution at every step to prove its failure at the lowest level. With 5 containers, each with 5 parts to make the organic mousetrap, how many possible combinations are there?
The fundamental counting principle says there are 3,125 possible combinations, but only one combination will result in matched parts necessary to make a workable organic mousetrap. So the odds are 1 in 3,124 in getting the right parts. We're wasting our time. No smart gambler would ever bet on odds like that.
Actually, these are very good odds in a randomly accidental world, and we had to cheat big time to get these good of odds. Sorry, but we're going to have to cheat again in evolution's favor.
Cheater.
Pretend we've successfully selected by random the 5 correct and required parts to make the working organic mousetrap. Here. What are you going to do with these?
Well, I'm going to assemble all these and make an organic mousetrap.
But you would be cheating. In this demonstration, you figuratively don't exist to put the parts together. So how are they going to get assembled and work properly if there's no mind or plan or even knowledge of what a mousetrap is?
Well, let me get this straight. We've not even talked about how the Earth got here, nor how it is able to support life. Yet we've set up a simple example of random selection in which we wouldn't even waste our time doing, with the odds being 1 in 3,124 of getting the right parts. And then the parts couldn't assemble themselves together in a working organic mousetrap without a plan or an assembler. Have I got that right?
That's it.
And it only gets impossibly harder when you think about the human body, with its trillions of cells and millions of processes. Intelligent design trumps a consensus of a stupid accident any day. That's mousetrap checkmate. Evolution can't even tell us how a simple organism got here. That is interesting.